Hey there, David Gordon from TheaterMania here. It is Thursday, August 27th. I'm here with Jaden Gines, one of our Young Playwrights Festival playwrights. His play, Violent Outbursts of the Restaurant, what a great title. Violent Outbursts of the Restaurant Kind will air on our Facebook and YouTube Saturday, August 29th at 2 p.m. Hi.
Hi.
Thank you for talking to me about this play. It is a very timely play about the service industry.
Yeah. Well, thank you for having me. For one, I didn't expect all this. It's so amazing that I'm able to, especially now, show off the work that I've been wanting to put out. It's so nice to be able to do that right now.
Tell me about the play. Tell me about what made you write this play.
Well, for one, I kind of wanted to write something that I was really connected with. Something like it, because I cannot. It's so hard for me to come up with stuff that isn't inspired by my real life. Because it's just so much easier to draw from that. And so I think it was one specific day actually. I just had somebody talking to me about it, oh my gosh, this is so bad. At work, it's so terrible. I'm like, yeah, it can be bad, and nobody's talking about it.
Yeah.
Not only that, with all the rest of the submissions that you guys got, and I'm reading the descriptions, they are all they look so good, and they're really meaningful, and they seem so in touch with something, and I'm like, oh wow, I guess I didn't take it that seriously. I did
it your own way.
I wanted to write something funny, I wanted to write something just so people could laugh at something that I feel like a lot of people go through.
Yeah. What are you in? You're in high school, I imagine.
I'm just starting my junior year.
Oh, cool. So, are you a theater person? Do you want to be a playwright, or was this a new experience for you?
I am a theater person. Yeah, I'm very much a theater person, but I never really, up until that point when I first submitted it, I never really wrote a lot. I never had I never had anything produced. I never did anything with friends, and so this is really my first time really trying it, and it was so fun. I loved it so much.
Yeah, I was going to say, tell me about writing the play, because you said you wanted to write a comedy. It's based. You work in a restaurant.
Yes.
Tell me about that.
It was very it was fun to write. I love when I'm able to have my kind of humor recognized by other people, because I feel like I have a very specific type of humor that some people don't really identify with, and I get that. And so it was really fun being able to write something that I found funny and a lot of other people liked too. And when I was writing it, it was very much inspired by some days I had on a shift. Don't get me wrong, it's not like that all the time. It's rarely like that, which I'm very thankful for. But at the same time, there are those days where people are just, they don't care about you and they don't want to talk to you and they just want to be sad. So that's really what I drew from when I was writing.
Tell me about how you found out that your play was going to be recorded and shown in this festival.
I didn't expect it to go that far. I saw it as an opportunity and I took it, and I'm like, you know what? I'm just glad I did it. I'm glad I got to be able to do it. And then a month or two went by and I got an email and I'm like, oh, it was that good. Okay. And I was ecstatic. I really, because well, for one, at that point, I never really it had been months since I had acted in anything. I had performed in anything. I had done anything like that since everything shut down. And so this was an opportunity for me to do that again. And it felt so good to be able to get back into that, especially how we're all doing it now. It just felt amazing.
What did we supply the actors, or did you get the cast yourself?
Luckily I had some amazing friends who were they were up for it, and some of them weren't really actors. They had never really performed before, and so I asked them, and they graciously said yes, and they did such a good job. I really they really came through for me, and I'm so appreciative of that.
What was it like for you to watch this thing that you wrote come to life? Because I imagine it's your first time with that happening.
Yeah, it was fun. Don't get me wrong, but it was weird. Like it felt like it was like an out of body experience where I was watching it. Like I wrote that stuff and I basically said those things, and other people are saying it how they would have said it, and it just sounds so much better than I wrote it. And I'm like, oh my, this is so. It was weird, but it was so nice. I was smiling the entire time.
Are you scared to put it out in the world, or are you excited? Like, what kind of emotions are you feeling now?
I'm very excited. Oh, I am. It's really my kind of like. They say that a lot of writers like their first thing is really like that's their passion project because it's usually based off of their life, and that's really what this is kind of for me. Because like after this, I really don't have a lot. My life is boring. I don't have anything else to draw from. And so no, yeah, I'm excited for people to see my take on the service industry and my take on how we're treated sometimes. Like I'm excited for people to see it. I'm excited for people to laugh.
What I should have asked you this right off the bat. Tell me about like what is the plot of the play?
Okay.
Like
you know what? You're not wrong. Well, it follows Jamie, who's a host at this nice kind of local restaurant, and it's not his day. It's not his day at all, and he's having back-to-back customers just completely being disrespectful, completely going off on him for no reason other than they just want to. And at one point, he just kind of snaps and he says the things that everyone at some point wants to say when they're at work, which is basically, you're wrong and I'm in the right. And it kind of goes all over from there, basically.
I'm going to leave you with this question. Because you work in the service industry, there is still a pandemic going on outside. When people come to restaurants, what are your number one things that they should be doing now when people come to a restaurant to eat in or out?
Call ahead and make a reservation.
Mm-hmm.
That's one of the most important things. Always have your mask. And please just be patient. We are all trying our best. And we are just as stressed and upset about it as you are. And we're all just trying to get this together. So all I have to say is just please be understanding.
And tip well.
That too.
Yeah, this whole thing has made everybody I know much better tippers.
Oh, absolutely. Oh my gosh. And it's so nice it's so nice when we were able to see people who like actually understand what's going on. And like if we maybe have a messed up order, they're just so understanding, and it's so refreshing to see that some days when you're just not having a good day at all.
Yeah. And you can see what happens when someone is just not having a good day in violent outbursts of the restaurant kind. Saturday, August 29th, 2 p.m., right here on our Facebook and YouTube. Jaden, thank you for your time.
Thank you so much for having me.
My pleasure. Thank you for putting yourself in the line of duty at a restaurant.
It's not for me. I do it for everyone else.
Yeah. Be well, everybody. Thank you for watching. Take care. Bye.
Bye.